Hi, I'm Megan from Bitty Foods, and I'm going to give you a little tour of our kitchen operation and talk to you a little bit about how we got our startup going. We formed Bitty Foods in December of last year, and it started out with my co-founder and me in my home kitchen doing experimentation. We have sort of an artisanal production here, as you can see, like still making cookies by hand. Right now we're doing about a few hundred bags of our cookies a week. We have a giant oven that can allow us to do I think that's like 15 trays of 60 cookies at a time. So we could max out this space and keep the production going pretty high. And then as we're ready to scale our business even further, the next step would be for us to move into a co-manufacturing kitchen where everything is done with the help of larger machinery, like a cookie depositor rather than hand rolling cookies, which is the next step for us in the next couple of months. So there's nothing extraordinarily innovative about the way that we're making cookies. We're really just making cookies. The innovation here is the ingredient that we use to make the cookies. This is our special proprietary blend of flour that we call Bitty flour, and it's made of a mixture of dry roasted and finely milled crickets with other functional starches that have no grains. So it's completely paleo. I think it's one of the first paleo baking flours on the market. Bitty's flour has about 28 grams of protein per cup, which is about twice as much as any other flour on the market. What Bitty Foods is doing is trying to harness an existing biomass of protein that's already available on the planet, but that hasn't been introduced to the food system, and to make that a part of Western culture. So it's not so much a technological innovation, but a marketing, branding, product innovation process that we're working on. Most of the comparisons that have been made between edible insects and other proteins focus on meat, but for us, that's not really an apt analogy to make because we're making cookies. This is never going to go into the butcher section of the grocery store. But what is really interesting is that crickets are even more sustainable than soy. You can put crickets and soy next to each other and get the same amount of protein, and a pound of soy takes 280 gallons of water to grow, and a pound of crickets takes 1 gallon of water. So this is so important, especially when we're in this historic drought this year, to be focused on the sustainability of the foods that we eat.